Continuing on with our season previews, today we're looking at the New York Yankees. No real intro needed here, let's get right into the video. The Yankees are coming off an impressive regular season, but a disappointing postseason. They finished out the regular season with 99 wins, which was good for first place in the AL East, but they got swept in the ALCS by the Houston Astros. And making the postseason is nothing new to the Yankees, as they've made the postseason in 6 straight seasons and 24 of their last 28 seasons. Now looking at this offseason, they picked up one of the biggest names on the market in Carlos Rodon. As for their subtractions, they lost a couple names in Jameson Taillon, Andrew Benintendi, Aroldis Chapman, and Matt Carpenter. And looking at their offense last season, it was one of the league's best, as they had a 751 team OPS, which ranked 4th, and 254 home runs, which ranked 1st. And when looking at this year's projected lineup, we have to start with the reigning AL MVP and Aaron Judge, who last year hit .311 with 62 home runs and an 1111 OPS. Judge was far and away the best offensive player in baseball last season, and with the potential this guy poses, he could put up similar numbers this year. They also have another power threat in Giancarlo Stanton, who last year hit .211 with 31 home runs and a 759 OPS. Stanton is probably the best power hitter of this generation. He's almost a lock for 30 home runs if he's on the field and healthy. They have yet another power threat in Anthony Rizzo over at first base, who last year hit .224 with 32 home runs and an 818 OPS. Getting onto second base, they have a really good second baseman in Gleyber Torres, who last year hit .257 with 24 home runs and 10 stolen bases. They have another infield option in DJ LeMahieu, who last year hit .261 with 12 home runs and a 734 OPS. Looking at the outfield, they picked up Harrison Bader mid-season last year, who's one of the best defensive outfielders in the game, and offensively he wasn't all that bad either, as he hit .250 with 5 home runs and 17 stolen bases. Behind the plate, they have Jose Trevino, who last year hit .248 with 11 home runs. Trevino also happened to be the best defensive catcher in baseball last year. He blocks everything that comes his way, and he has an absolute cannon behind the plate. I could also see Josh Donaldson getting some at-bats, as last year he hit .222 with 15 home runs. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is also another name who I think is going to get some at-bats, as last year he hit .261 with 4 home runs and 22 stolen bases. As for a few other names who could see some at-bats in this lineup, we have Aaron Hicks, Oswaldo Cabrera, and Oswald Peraza. And one big name prospect we can't forget about is Anthony Volpe. He's a shortstop who's the number 5 prospect in baseball, who could see his way up to the big leagues at some point this season if he plays well in the minor leagues. I also want to mention Jason Dominguez, who is an outfielder who's the number 47 prospect in baseball. I know it's a long shot he sees the big leagues, but I at least wanted to mention him. So to sum it up, I think this Yankee offense is lethal, and it has the potential to terrorize opposing pitchers. Now getting onto their pitching, it was one of the league's best last year, as they had a 3.3 team ERA, which ranked 3rd. Looking at their starting rotation, we have to start with Gerrit Cole, who last year in 201 innings posted a 3.5 ERA with 257 strikeouts. As I mentioned earlier, they also picked up one of the best left-handed arms in baseball in Carlos Rodon, who last year in 178 innings with the Giants posted a 2.88 ERA with 237 strikeouts. They also have another all-star, maybe even Cy Young caliber pitcher in Nestor Cortes, who in 158 innings posted a 2.44 ERA. Getting onto the back end of this rotation, they have yet another good pitcher in Luis Severino, who in 102 innings posted a 3.18 ERA. As for the 5th and final spot in this rotation, I think it's going to go to Domingo Germán, at least to start out the year, as last year in 72 innings he posted a 3.61 ERA. Clarke Schmidt is another name who has been rumored to get some starts, at least to start out the year, with Frankie Montas out until at least May with a shoulder injury. Getting onto their bullpen, it was to no one's surprise one of the league's best, as it had a 2.97 bullpen ERA, which ranked 3rd. Clay Holmes looks to be the clear favorite for the 9th inning role, as last year he had a 2.54 ERA with 20 saves. As for some other arms in this bullpen, they had 5 last year who posted a sub 3.3 ERA in Albert Abreu, Michael King, Tommy Kahnle, Ron Marinaccio, and Wandy Peralta. So as a whole, I think this bullpen and starting rotation is going to be very impressive. In fact, I think each of them have potential to be top 5 in baseball yet again. So now that we went through this roster top to bottom, let's take a look at their 2023 outlook record-wise. This team is built to compete, and I think they're going to be very good. As for their win-loss record, I think they're going to be in the low 90s. And I think they're going to be in the postseason yet again, and I think they're going to be in the race for the AL East all year long. And at this point, you're probably thinking, why did you make the title of the video state that the Yankees are going to be a letdown? Well, I say that because year in and year out, Yankee fans have high expectations, so high that they expect to win a World Series ring nearly every single year. And unfortunately for Yankee fans, but fortunately for a lot of us, I don't think the Yankees are going to win a World Series ring this season, which in turn, no matter how good you are, means you are in fact a letdown. So yes, I do think the Yankees are going to be a really good baseball team this year. I think they're going to compete, but I don't think they're going to win a World Series ring, which is what I think Yankee fans are expecting, which is why I say they are going to be a letdown. Let me know what you guys think of the Yankees down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.